Welcome to a new chapter of Roman glory. Today, we delve into the minds of the top 10 Roman Empire generals, warriors whose tactical brilliance and unparalleled courage transformed an empire and shaped the course of history. Gnaeus Julius Agricola, a Roman general and governor, made his mark during the Flavian dynasty. We will highlight Agricola's exploits in Britain, where he stretched the boundaries of the Roman Empire. Sent to govern Roman Britain in 77 AD, Agricola immediately set out to subdue the revolting tribes in Wales and northern England. With a blend of tactical brilliance and calculated diplomacy, he managed to gain the loyalty of several tribes, using their support as a springboard for further conquests. But it was in Scotland that Agricola truly showcased his military ingenuity. He didn't merely rely on brute force, he built forts and supply chains, strengthening Rome's position and facilitating future operations. His crowning achievement came in the Battle of Mons Graupius, where his well-drilled legions decisively defeated a large Caledonian army. This battle, although not resulting in the complete conquest of Scotland, pushed the frontiers of Roman Britain further north than they had ever been, enhancing Rome's territorial gains and strategic depth in the Isles. Agricola's campaigns showcased the perfect blend of military strategy, logistical organization, and keen understanding of local politics. Marcus Aurelius Claudius Gothicus, commonly known as Claudius II, was a Roman emperor who reigned from 268 to 270 AD. His military campaigns, especially against the Goths, earned him enduring fame, and we shall delve into these extraordinary exploits. When Claudius II took the throne, Rome was facing invasions on multiple fronts. The Goths were among the most formidable of these invaders, already having defeated 2 Roman emperors. But Claudius was a seasoned military man, and he didn't intend to join the list of failed leaders. He quickly organized his forces and led them to the Battle of Nisus, where he scored a decisive victory against the Goths. This wasn't just a battle, it was a turning point. Claudius' victory halted the advance of the Goths into Roman territory and returned some semblance of stability to the beleaguered empire. This success wasn't merely tactical but also psychological, rejuvenating the spirits of the Roman army and citizens alike. His nickname Gothicus is a testament to the indelible impression he left on Roman military history, a man whose career was defined by the enemies he vanquished. Marcus Aurelius Probus, Roman emperor from 276 to 282 AD, was known for his military prowess. We will delve into the remarkable feats that defined Probus as one of Rome's strongest military leaders. Ascending to the throne during a period fraught with invasions and internal strife, Probus knew he had little time to waste. Almost immediately, he took on the task of repelling the incursions from Germanic tribes across the Roman frontiers. With disciplined strategy, he drove the Vandals, Burgundians, and Longines out of Roman territory, showcasing his tactical genius. However, it wasn't just the western borders he secured, Probus was equally successful in the east. He crushed rebellions in Egypt and reconquered lands in the Eastern Roman Empire that had slipped from Roman control. And then, turning his attention back west, he is said to have killed 400,000 Germans, resecuring the troubled frontier. All this he achieved not through brute force alone, but through a combination of military acumen and civic strategy, often encouraging defeated foes to join the Roman legions. His remarkable 6-year reign was largely defined by these military victories that stabilized a crumbling empire. Gnaeus Domitius Corbulo, a Roman general under Emperors Claudius and Nero, is a name etched in history for his military campaigns. We will delve into Corbulo's military genius, specifically focusing on his exploits in the East. Corbulo's most significant contributions were in the Parthian and Armenian wars. He was initially sent to Armenia, where he re-established Roman control with relative ease, showcasing his capability for swift and effective warfare. Later, during his time in Syria, he instituted a grueling training regimen for the lax troops, turning them into a formidable fighting force. This reformed army was crucial in achieving victory against the Parthians. His campaigns were often marked by meticulous planning, including the construction of roads and fortifications that facilitated the movement and protection of Roman troops. Even though he was recalled and later forced into suicide by Emperor Nero, possibly out of jealousy for his successes, Corbulo's military innovations left a lasting impact. His actions not only expanded the empire but also fortified its far-flung territories, underscoring the depth of his military acumen. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor better known for his philosophical writings, was also a military leader who had to defend the empire during trying times. We will focus on his less often discussed but significant military exploits. Marcus Aurelius's reign was marked by the Marcomannic Wars, a series of brutal conflicts against Germanic and Sarmatian tribes along the Roman frontier. He personally led campaigns from 168 to 180 AD, showing his prowess as a general and administrator. His decision to push back the Quadi and Marcomanni tribes after they had invaded Roman territory demonstrated a tactical mastery that contrasted with his more renowned philosophical inclinations. What made these feats even more noteworthy was that Marcus did so while struggling with internal challenges, including plague and revolt. His strategies, often overlooked due to the spotlight on his stoic wisdom, were vital in stabilizing a perilous frontier and keeping the barbarian tribes at bay. Marcus Aurelius displayed an adept ability to combine intellectual might with military strength, leading the empire with a rare blend of skills. Flavius Aetius, often called the last of the Romans, was a military commander in the waning days of the Western Roman Empire. We will delve into Aetius's significant military feats that made him a beacon in a crumbling world. Aetius's military genius was perhaps most vividly displayed during the Battle of the Catalaunian Plains in 451 AD, where he united Roman troops with Visigothic allies to repel the invasion of Attila the Hun. The engagement was so fierce that both sides suffered heavy losses, but Aetius succeeded in halting Attila's westward expansion. In earlier years, Aetius had campaigned successfully against the Franks and the Burgundians, consolidating Roman influence in Gaul. He was not just a conqueror. His diplomatic finesse led to treaties that temporarily stabilized the Western Roman Empire's borders. Known for employing Hunnic and Gothic auxiliaries in his army, Aetius understood the benefits of leveraging the strengths of both Roman and barbarian troops. His blend of military prowess and statesmanship makes him a fascinating figure who attempted to stitch together an empire on the brink of fragmentation. Flavius Stilicho was a high-ranking general in the Roman army, serving under Emperor Theodosius and his sons Arcadius and Honorius. We will focus on Stilicho's key military accomplishments that have immortalized his name in history. When the Roman Empire was divided into East and West, Stilicho was the man standing between the Western Roman Empire and its numerous enemies. One of his most famous campaigns was against the Gothic king Alaric, whom he defeated at the Battle of Pollentia in 402 AD. But Stilicho was not only about offense, his defensive strategies were exemplary too. When Radagaisus, another Gothic king, led an army of over 20,000 into Italy, it was Stilicho who trapped and annihilated this force, saving Rome from imminent disaster. He was also a key figure in the negotiations that delayed the Visigoths' movements, buying the empire precious time. Through these exploits, Stilicho became the last great defender of an empire that was in its twilight years. His actions held the line, albeit temporarily, against the encroaching darkness that threatened to engulf Rome. Lucius Septimius Severus, Roman emperor from 193 to 211 AD, was a formidable military strategist. We will explore the key military accomplishments that defined his reign and solidified Rome's boundaries. Severus came to power in a period of instability, a time when Rome needed a strong hand to guide it. His first order of business was to crush his political rivals, which he did ruthlessly but effectively. Once the internal threats were dealt with, Severus turned his eyes to expanding Rome's borders. In the east, he led campaigns against the Parthian Empire, capturing the cities of Babylon and Seleucia, and even reaching the capital, Ctesiphon. Severus didn't stop there. He turned west and strengthened the Roman presence in North Africa and Britain, fortifying Hadrian's Wall and pushing further into modern-day Scotland. His military campaigns were so effective that they helped to restore the stability and glory of the Roman Empire, albeit with a high human cost. Severus demonstrated that military might, when executed with strategic brilliance, could not only win battles but also sustain an empire. Trajan was a Roman emperor who reigned from 98 to 117 AD, known for his military prowess and territorial expansion. We will delve into some of his most significant military victories that solidified Rome's control over vast territories. Taking the helm of an already mighty empire, Trajan's ambition was not for stagnation but growth. He turned his eyes toward Dacia, a region rich in gold and natural resources. After intense fighting and brilliant military maneuvers, Trajan succeeded in conquering Dacia, immortalized in the grandeur of Trajan's Column in Rome, which chronicles the daring campaign. Yet, his lust for territorial gains was far from sated. Trajan then shifted focus to the Parthian Empire, Rome's age-old enemy to the east. After a series of grueling campaigns, he managed to capture the Parthian capital of Ctesiphon and even annexed Armenia, making it a province of Rome. These military feats brought Rome to its largest territorial extent, engraving Trajan's name as one of Rome's greatest warrior emperors. His legacy was not only of lands gained, but of a Roman Empire that had reached unparalleled heights of power and prosperity. Aurelian was a Roman emperor who reigned from 270 to 275 AD, a period plagued by crisis and fragmentation. We will recount some of his most significant military accomplishments that helped to restore the Roman Empire. Upon taking the throne, Aurelian found the Roman Empire in shambles, broken into three separate entities: the Gallic Empire in the west, the Roman Empire in the center, and the Palmyrene Empire in the east. His first act was to march against the Germanic tribes that had seized Roman territory. With military precision and cunning, he repelled them and fortified the empire's borders with a new defensive line, Aurelian's Wall, around Rome itself. However, his crowning achievements were the campaigns against the breakaway empires. He defeated the Gallic Empire and reintegrated it into the Roman fold, but it was his campaign against Queen Zenobia of Palmyra that became the stuff of legends. Marching across the deserts, Aurelian laid siege to Palmyra and took the queen captive, effectively dissolving her empire and reincorporating it into Rome's dominion. Through these military exploits, Aurelian had managed to stitch the Roman Empire back together, earning him the title, Restorer of the World. And there you have it, the top 10 Roman Empire generals whose military prowess and enduring legacies have left an indelible mark on the annals of history. They not only conquered lands but also our imaginations, standing as testaments to the grandeur that was Rome. If you found this historical countdown as captivating as the lives of these legendary generals, do us a favor. Hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button for more enthralling tales from history.